Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Guys gave me 15 minutes, but I guess
I can't hear you, Janusz.
Sorry?
Is your mic on?
Yes, give me a second.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear him.
Yeah, I can hear myself.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, let's roll. So guys, I was supposed to start in 5 minutes, so I guess I have extra 5 minutes, but I will try to speak not too fast so you can consume the information that I wanted to share. And then if I will have some more time, then I can answer some questions maybe today. As Philip said, as Jan also mentioned, I have been also an enthusiast and a follower of the yellow and the black. So I like to see the community in Czechia and in Slovakia being very active. So that's gives me a great pleasure. I have also been to Ernung, so to the Russian community events before in Moscow, and this year in online. So I'm really excited to be here with you, and I would like to say thank you to the SUTOL organization or the founding fathers to invite me to the session, to give me a time slot to talk about where we are right now. Okay, I was seeking for a picture from one of the SUTOLs I have physically visited, but they were all with beer or koleno, so I decided not to put it because the call is recorded. So as guys introduced me, my name is Janusz Moros. I am with HCL since over a year. Before I have been working with different companies, including the one that has owned Domino portfolio before. You can see right now I'm working with the DevOps area at HCL with the partners. And here's my email, here's my LinkedIn profile, so you can find me and add me to your contacts if you wish to do so. I have seen the presentation of Richard, who's always great, online as well as also face-to-face. It's even more convincing. And I have seen that he went straight away to talk about Domino. So I thought that I can give you a better perspective of where its HCL is, because the brand as such is less known and recognized in Europe. And then what specifically HCL Software does in the area, in the territory of Central and Eastern Europe, that Czechia and Slovakia are essential parts of. So you can see that HCL Technologies is a huge company. And just to make the position correct, HCL Technologies is a service-oriented company with an Indian strong foothold and heritage. And then HCL Software is the division that has been built to work with software that was acquired a few years ago from IBM. But then also what I will show you in a few minutes, we are building the portfolio to have much more solutions there to make us more relevant to our customers, and then also to have our partners involved in in helping you locally with the skills, with the language, with the support that you need on a daily basis. Okay, and as you can see on the small map, we have even an HCL lab in Poland, in Krakow, but I will mention this about later on. We're doing good. We are customer first and employee second company. So we go with core values to keep our clients happy and also to have our employees satisfied and appreciated so they can be more dedicated to our customers. And you can see the story in the bottom when the journey started with the software that we own right now. 2019 was the official start of HCL Software, and then going 2020 and moving into 2021, meaning the present, this is what is the evolution that we're going through. So I'm mentioning that we see the local Central and Eastern European CEE perspective. So I thought that I will best picture this with how the team was growing. So in 2019, you can see that there were 4 guys who were the founding fathers of the CE team, fathers and mothers, because there's also Anna Maria. You can see our local matador, Peter Kunz, who was presenting before Jan. just now, that you all know, and I hope you appreciate him as much as we do. In 2020, the team doubled in size, and you can see that I came on board, that we had Grzegorz, that some of you know already and work with. And then we started to build the team also further to the east. So we got Sergey on board. And then you can see that we're getting also some more people in Czechia, because that's where one of our affiliates is. Going into 2021, and you can see that we're getting a more and more Czech bubbles on the right-hand side in the top of the slide. And I'm happy to announce this today, that we will be having 2 new colleagues joining us in June in Prague, in Czechia. One will be Tibor, and I hope I pronounce it properly. And I think he's in the session. He has consent for me to mention that he will be joining us. And we will have also Vladimir, who will be working with the Big Fix portfolio across Central and Eastern Europe and RCIS. And Tibor will be in the capacity of AppScan technical advisor, also for CE and for EMEA. So basically like Peter Kunz, but he will be responsible for AppScan portfolio. Okay, and you can see we're getting more people. And just to give you an outlook of the plan until end of this year, as you have seen, I have moved to a different role. So we are right now hiring a replacement to work with the partners locally in Central and Eastern Europe. We don't know who will it be yet, but this person is already being recruited, and soon he or she will start. And then I have allowed myself to put in some cartoons from the past to highlight who are we hiring and who will be the fun team to work with you as well. And then you can see on the right hand side, you have 4 colleagues based in Czechia with the local capacity and presence to support you moving forward. Okay, and then from the team, I would like to use the couple of minutes just to give you an overview of the portfolio. I didn't want it to have this death by PowerPoint. I wanted to make this interactive or easy to digest for you. So today's afternoon is dedicated to our DS Domino, digital solutions portfolio, which is focused around the Domino platform. But then I won't be spending a lot of time with it because the whole afternoon is about this great platform. So I will show you a few other things, and you can see that the slide is a bit more occupied here. So I will show you and just give you a couple of points to understand what we are doing outside of Domino. So the digital solution family, Honza spoke just now about connections, which is one of my favorite software ever. But then you can see that we have all the other goodies that Peter Kunz, Martin, and Aleš were talking about before, and that Richard gave you also a nice perspective. Please, when you use social media, use the hashtag Domino Forever, because this is helping us also to get more visibility in different platforms. An extended part of digital solutions, it's also digital experience. So the well-known portal. Some of the big customers across our region as well use it. We have governmental institutions or other big manufacturers or FMCG brands using it. In Poland, every citizen has access to the digital experience portal through one of the web pages that we have here in the country. And then we go to Unica. Unica is our marketing platform that helps our customers to manage their interactions with their end customers. And then also internally, the processes, the CRM, the database, and interactions with customers, the communication through email, SMS, phones, and other things. And we have several customers in the region, which are usually either banks, insurance companies, automotive, and so on. We have also partners working with this solution closely in Czechia and Slovakia, and the company is called Adastra. HCL Commerce. This is an end-to-end commerce platform that helps companies to not only show what they have, but also procure the sales process online. Based on the recent developments of the health situation across the globe, last year was a difficult time for retail, for manufacturers, and a lot of them, they needed to move very fast to the online channel as a primarily route to market for their customers. So here we see that our HCL Commerce, which is an enterprise, meaning expensive and robust solution, is also a good fit in these heavy times. As I have mentioned before, right now I'm responsible for DevOps, which is a set of tools that are in this endless loophole of DevOps. And these are some of the tools that we have also acquired from the other company. And we are right now revamping, we're giving it more functionality, we're building new versions. And these are the new openings for Urban Code, for Rational, and few other solutions that you might know from the past. And for HCL DevOps, if you need some more information, contact me. We have also one of the partners in Czechia and Slovakia working with this portfolio. But as they are not one of the sponsors of the event, I won't reveal their name. Contact me if you need help with DevOps. We have customers in Czechia and Slovakia using our DevOps tools as well. And I will be happy to assist you to expand this useful tools also within your organization. AppScan. This is something which is one of our best sellers because everybody is deploying applications. Everybody wants to do it fast, and everybody wants to make sure that there are no flaws or there are no errors or gaps in their APIs or applications that they have, because this could get them exposed to some risks or security issues. So AppScan is the solution for that. Again, in the region, we have several banks, logistic companies, and other institutions that are using this successfully, including government. So if you will think that you're deploying internally a lot of applications, maybe also some of the Domino ones, and you need a secured way to control them and to check if you need to check in Czechia that everything's okay, you can do that. BigFix, this is our endpoint management tool that is one of the best solutions in the market. And if everything goes well, according to our roadmap that we like to be on time with, you will have the mobile device management from middle of the year already available. So we didn't acquire any other MDM solution from the market. We decided to create it by ourselves. And then one of the things that I showed in the very first slide was that we have a lab in Krakow of HCL Software, and this is exactly where our developers for BigFix, that's one of the 4 locations that HCL BigFix is being developed. So this is very close to you, it's in Krakow. So it's very good that it's homemade in Central and Eastern Europe. Workload automation. If you have a lot of SAP, or if you have SAP and other systems, if you have a range of different platforms and systems and you want to make sure that they are seamlessly working together well, you should consider workload automation. And that's our platform that or set of tools that is helping to make it easier to work with all different systems that you have within your company. I'm watching the time to make sure that I'm not going over, but I wanted to cover a few things. In terms of platforms, we have few. We have the Z platform in the mainframe. We have 1DB as a database, and we have the data integration platform, which is HCL Link. And then as this next stage of our evolution as an IT vendor, in the bottom, you can see that we are also not only acquiring software from other places, but we are also producing software by ourselves. And you can see that we have HCL Hero, we have HCL SoFi, and we have HCL Clara, which is our chatbot or our intelligent virtual assistant that we have created and developed by ourselves as HCL Software. And a side note, have you ever asked yourself a question why all the artificial intelligence engines, they have always women name? Because that's the essence of combining different facts with one go. Back to business. With VoltMX, this is part of the digital solutions portfolio, but I have put it here because this slide is dedicated to the technology that HCL is acquiring from different places. So VoltMX was previously Kony, and right now we're calling this VoltMX, and it's part of the digital solution portfolio. And then recently we have announced 3 new acquisitions, which you can see in the center part of the slide and on the right-hand side. And these are Actian, Exacto, and Dry Ice. So here I wanted to illustrate that we have acquired a big portion of software from a different company. We have made an investment to improve it, to refresh it, and we're still making the investment, continuing. The second part was that we also built software by ourselves. And the third piece is the third part of the message is that we're also acquiring different set of solutions to make our portfolio more comprehensive to our customers to take advantage of it. And here I will finish my overview of solutions. More to come. We will be buying more, we will be improving more, we will be building more software by ourselves to make sure that we address your needs. And one last thing that I wanted to show to you is how we as HCL Software in CE, in Central and Eastern Europe, are interacting with you as our customers, as our partners. We want to have this dialogue with you to make sure that we understand what you need. HCL Cafe, as a matter of fact, we copy paste from SUTOL. So we saw that this initiative that SUTOL has started as online web meetings for customers, for the group, for enthusiasts of the technology. We started to do those sessions also in CE for other customers. Sometimes they have similar content as local SUTOL Cafe, but then we're addressing also other things. We have already had 3 cafe this year, and you can see that even tomorrow there will be a VoltMX dedicated session that will be hosted as HCL Cafe Espresso. Later on, we will have Domino V12, which, as far as I recall, will be also one of the topics for the next online SUTOL Cafe. And then one thing that I would like to invite you and encourage you to join will be on Thursday, July 1st, will be the Irish Coffee session that I will host with Tibor. So this will be a good chance for you to see more about what we're brewing in terms of getting you charged with energy and addressing your needs. I'm watching the time, but there are 2 last things that I wanted to show. One is the CE newsletter. that we're distributing on a monthly basis also. And here we're compiling all the interesting things that are happening locally across CE or internationally, globally around HCL Software products. So then you can subscribe to it. If you are not yet getting it and you want it, please address it to myself, Peter Kunz, or other guys on the panel, because they will help you to get connected to it. And the last piece of information in terms of communication, I strongly encourage you to use, I know Peter Kunz is a great fan of Twitter. He's less on LinkedIn. I'm using more LinkedIn. Other guys are using Facebook. Younger generation is using TikTok and other things. But we are communicating a lot of announcements, a lot of news, a lot of cool things through LinkedIn, through Twitter, through other online platforms. So I think that following the hashtag Domino forever and using it whenever you post something about Domino or one of the applications of the digital solution family, this will be really appreciated by us. And then we can have this bigger message and community being closer to each other. And just to wrap up, and I'm looking at the time, it's about time for me to finish. 3 key messages that I wanted to leave you with. So first of all, as you have seen, the CE HCL software team is growing. We're basically every year we're doubling in size. We have a number of our colleagues set or being soon hired in Czechia and in the future maybe also in Slovakia. So then we will have also local presence, and then you will get your first contact speaking to you much better than I do in Czech or Slovak. So this will be convenient for you. Second thing, we are bigger than only Domino. I have given you a glimpse, a short overview of all the cool things that we have. Some of the things are already top in the industry or in this given segment of solutions of software. For others, we will still work to get them to the top, to be competitive or better than the competition. And then the third thing is that through the roadmaps, through the investment that we are making to improve the existing portfolio, to have all those releases of new features, functionalities, or totally new versions, I think this is already giving you a signal that some of the things that were not worked on since 5 or even 10 years, right now they're being re-energized and being revamped to meet the needs of current industry. And the last messages, dziękuję moc, a wtedy se uwidzimy. So I hope next SUTOL will be already in a beer garden in Prague, that we will be able to consume some of the golden liquid that we all appreciate so much. Philip, are there any questions?
We hope too that the next SUTOL will be offline. So thank you for your presentation. That, especially for me, was really interesting to explain the backstage of the HCL and the team. Was the good news for me that Tibor Duda joined the team, because I know him many years from IBM, and he was a great professional like Petr Kunz. So that's a really good choice for HCL to hire them.
The point on how we're hiring people, we are selecting the guys that we really enjoyed working with personally, and then that we knew that they are proven professionals, because we want to make sure that we have a good, fun team and following through on their commitments and meetings and being professional. And I'm really happy because I recruited several of those guys that you have seen on the chart. So it's becoming a really fun place to work at. It's a bit crazy sometimes, but at least it's fun.